Hello, welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'm coming at you with a replay analysis. I was actually like AFK in the beginning of this, so it took me a while to get my villagers working, which does actually add up. I'm playing Loki. My opponent is playing some Japanese Weeb. God, I don't even know what it is. Let me know if you guys would prefer seeing this from my perspective or just sort of an overview of the whole game. But anyway, here we go. I start scouting around, get some goats. I'm really starting to be a goat, sheep, piggy, cow guy, because there have been several times where having that food source right about the time that they're pretty well fattened has come in very handy for aging up, for fighting, for replenishing your army. There's not as much hunt in Age of Mythology as there is in Age of Empires 3, which I'm more used to. Like, this map you have quite a bit of hunt. There's a steppe for huge open space in the middle. I actually like it a lot. Just like completely blanket here with two sort of forward hunts, or maybe sort of mid-map hunts. My opponent goes around, he's not taking care of his goats. They have these kitsunes, this weeb stuff. Also check this out. Wait, can I not do that? I think I have to do this. Look, you can see where it's going. So he's scouting around. I'm doing my normal build order. I can save on one ox cart because of this tree right here that's next to the gold. Bit of a walk time. I think if I'd scooted this ox cart a little over this way, it would have been more efficient. This ox cart's staying pretty efficient. Getting the goats in, currently at 8 goats. So let's see, they can get up to 300 food, so 8 times 3, that's like 2,400 food. So yeah, that's like an army's worth of food, that's an age up's worth of food. He gets his goats coming back. He builds these things. I don't quite know how they work. They're things that I think are somewhat similar in Age of Empires 3 with the Japanese. They build these shrines and it brings them food because the Japanese are mystical. Mystical. Oh. Even on villagers, his goat situation is actually great. Look at that. Impressive. Very nice. I think he has more goats than I do. Yeah, I really don't know much about how Japan works, and I don't really want to know, because I am anti-Japanese. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't like Japan. I don't like anime. I just don't like it. Actually, I've met some Japanese people that I've gotten along with. The people are they're deranged in a weird way, but amiable. They're a jovial race. You can see it on their faces. Like, their physiognomy is jovial, and as I've said before, physiognomy never lies. So I think they're but it's their joviality does not disguise their. They don't even try to disguise their derangement either. Anyway, enough about. Well, we'll probably have more anecdotes about Japan, but yeah, starting out here, definitely a late age up. I got the extra dwarf. I got the 4 dwarfs in here. I think I'm starting to think that there should be 7 dwarves. So it seems like a good number. Go up through Forsetti with the troll. My scouting situation is, let's compare scouting. So he hasn't really scouted my base, which I think is a mistake, especially against the Norse, because you want to know whether or not they're going to attack you. So he doesn't really know where I am. I'm just getting to his base. I'd say his scouting versus mine. I think his is better. But maybe that's not too surprising, considering that he has the little fox thing, the kitsune. Start getting out Hersers. I'm at 3. Pretty continuous production of them. Just look at this. Look at this. I don't quite know what this means. Why is it 735? I wonder if it's not counting something with his shrines. But yeah, we get the what is that even called? Great Hall up. The stable is what I would call it. It can train Hersers as well, and I want to remember that for just going for full Herser production. He gets up. On villagers, he's actually ahead, but on military, he's way behind. Over here, he stations his... There's like this sort of anime waifu that sort of prances around outside these things, and he stationed it in there. And all I know is that when you're fighting the Japanese in Age of Empires 3, destroying the shrines is very important. Pop a house up, and then start to take it down. Military production isn't perfect. Over here we get a bit of a cavalry raid. We've got a spy in there. He's got these little weasel things that are actually kind of cool. They look like, I think that's a weasel, that's what I'd call it, and he got an upgrade for them. What are they? Kamaichi. A weasel with blades for hands, who whirls to slice and dice enemies, good against human soldiers. I kind of like these things. There's also one of the Chinese, the civ that I will maybe try out is the Chinese, and they have a unit that has, it's sort of like this except it has a sword in its mouth. I kind of like those hit and run units. Definitely cool. I get the healing spring up after kind of doing a perusal of his base, and seeing these things. I assume that he's going to be in the classical age for at least a little bit. Heal up the cavalry. Starting to get a bit of a wall here. You know, I've become a little suspicious of making too much of a building wall without a gate, because it can kind of turn into a big obstacle when you're trying to fight. So I think if I were to change anything about this wall, I might have a gate in here or somewhere in here that I can come in and out of. This kitsune comes around. I really don't like those kitsunes. I want to find one in real life and like stomp on it. Not a fox, a kitsune is what I want to do that to. There's a fox in my town that's really cool. I've seen it a couple times. It's awesome. Over here, he gets these weasels hopping around. I feel like the developer, the modelers for this could have done... To me, that's not... Maybe that is how a weasel walks, but I feel like its haunches are a little too big. It looks kind of like a seal instead of a weasel to me. I don't normally like say thing. Whoa, what's that? What did that just do? What is it doing? Goshin Boku. Respawns the most recently fallen myth units for whomever captures and controls it. I see. Okay. So he's got some kind of never-ending myth unit, Japanese anime weeb thing happening. Not liking it. Looking at the score, I really seem to be like... There must be something wrong with his economy or something, because I really do seem to have more of everything here, except Vils. He's ahead by a Vil. I get hack upgrades. The Hersers, the samurai can slice up these Hersers pretty bad, so getting a bit of hack armor. Probing, letting him know I have an army just to make sure he isn't going up super fast. Razorwind Kaimaichi. Oh. Pushing with the raiding cavalry. He gets towers, which will start to whittle those down if you aren't careful. And here come two samurai and a Yari. Yari, I should go. And send the troll forward. Want to get a nice... I don't think it got its animation all the way off. Come back here to heal the raiding cavalry. I think he's slightly mismanaging his eco, and I think my lack of pressure here could have been a... One second. I think that the lack of pressure could have been a age up for him. The trolls get their specials off, and we clear up this Japanese honorable force. And then we start trying to kill some of the towers, and he does get his villagers out of there. That was bad. They should have all died. The towers are starting to take their toll. I don't know if I have. Why can't I see it? Do I have? I think I have the upgrade for arrow damage. Lose a raiding cavalry there to the Yoi Ashido. And we get a troll spawn. Gets just destroyed by a weasel. And he pops ahead and score. And then we're healing up over here. There's a bit of a lull here. He is definitely thinking about going up to the next stage. And then, look at that. So it respawned right there. Got a Herser kind of out of position. Starting to get a big blob of trolls. And I'm getting the upgrade. That gives them 2 heads. Watch that. How do I rotate the camera? There's gotta be a way. There we go. Watch me, like... Here we go. No! I knew it! Oh, of course. Well, they got 2 heads. Raiding cavalry comes over here, and somehow we fail to kill this anime weeb waifu. No, I do send him over there. Let's deal with that. She dies. There's a big fight here. He doesn't have like the massive spearman that you need to do. Double samurai kill there with the cave trolls. Here come more Yaris, but now we've kind of got a critical mass and the trolls are murdering them. Pull the raiding cavalry back. I don't see any reason to continue to take that. It is a little hard to chase after these things. They're fast. 2.8. 6. Nice. There we go. Always satisfying when they throw their rocks. There's the boulder. And he gets up to the 3rd age, but we have wiped his army, so there is like the question here of whether or not to continue the pressure here, but I didn't really see any reason to, and I had more than enough resources. I probably should have gone up earlier. I'm stacking too many resources here. And then healing up the troll. This troll's got 4 health left. Always want to take a closer look at these cavalry. What I'm kind of surprised by is his score. Why is his score so high? He's lost his army. Maybe he hasn't lost many villagers. I still don't quite understand what these do. Let's read about it. They build shrines and work at them to earn favor and heal. They're making kind of a fortress over here. We do get up through Njord, which means the walking woods will help us siege things down.
Yo.
So it's the mountain giant. And okay, yeah, I've seen that before. It gives you every technology in a building. So he did it to the armory, I see. That's actually strong. Wait, I'm trying to think. Could you in a team game somehow do that with Thor? I don't think so. Big raid there. Push in, cavalry get on top of these heroes. Weasel gets a nice AoE attack right there. Pop the walking woods over here. It would be cool if we could make this into a walking wood. Put the walking woods onto the town center itself. Use the units to fight. And look at that. Boiling oil, that's cool. And he surrenders. So that was it.